Almost, just after 25 past 4 now.
Now, the Spurs manager, Thomas Frank, says he will not tolerate fans booing their goalkeeper, Gigi Vicario. This after Saturday's 2-1 home loss to Fulham, another home loss. Their third defeat in a week, actually, leaving Spurs 12th in the Premier League. Thomas Frank's team, well, they've got a tough run of games coming, actually, starting with a trip to Newcastle United tomorrow evening. They've also got Brentford, Forest, Liverpool, and then Crystal Palace over the next month. But Frank had this message to the Spurs supporters.
As I said after the game, I completely, understand the frustration that if we don't win, there will always be a frustration. So that's normal, it's part of it. And also when we haven't won as much as we won at home, not only this year but also the last long period. I don't know how long that is, maybe years, maybe more. It's my job to do what I can to make sure we are calm and look at the things in a way where we split things up in terms of performance, what is impacting in how we try to build the team. That is, we are nothing without the fans. No club is anything without the fans. Tottenham Hotspur, we are nothing without our fantastic fans. Nothing. So we need each other.
Nothing without the fans. Listening to that is Spurs podcaster Chris Cowlin, who was at Saturday's game, also making the trip, I understand, to Newcastle tomorrow evening. Chris, afternoon.
Hi, Chris. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right. Did you boo?
Absolutely not. I've never booed my football club. I've never booed my manager or an individual player. I don't think it did help Vicario on Saturday, but I do understand the frustrations. Thomas Frank has managed Spurs now for 7 games, home games in the Premier League, and we've heard boos in 5 of those games, which I think tell you, a big story. Performances haven't been good enough. We got off to a flying start in the Premier League, but since that Man City away game, things have been very, very dismal. And it just seems that we can't get a win at home in the Premier League right now. We haven't had one at home for 3.5 months, and things just aren't good enough right now.
What's going on at home?
It's very, very difficult. I think a lot of seats are now becoming empty. Boos are now becoming normal. The manager and the player coming under a lot of criticism. That is becoming very, very normal. It seems like it's very sad times at the moment, and I feel like Thomas Frank does need to turn it around very, very quickly. What I would say on his comments, and certainly Pedro Porro's comments on social media since the Fulham game, it hasn't helped. It hasn't helped matters at all, and I feel like they're frustrating a lot of fans even more. And like he said there, they need the fans, and they need the fans on board. And I just feel like Thomas Frank and this squad at the moment, there's a lot of disconnect, and they're losing fans, day by day, which is not a good sign.
Can he get them back?
I think the only way you're going to get him back is by performing well and giving getting good results. We've got a very tough schedule coming up. There's no easy game in the Premier League. Away at Newcastle on Tuesday, that's going to be very tough. And then of course Brentford, his old club, come to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and we've got to see. We've got to see signs of improvement, and I feel like there are a lot of fans that want Thomas Frank out, but there are a lot of fans, it is very fair to say, a lot of fans want him to succeed at the football club, but we do need to see progression. We do need to see positive signs in games.
Because it was Vicario's error, wasn't it? He ran out of the box, just for the listeners who haven't seen it, to deal with that long ball. He took it sort of towards the corner, didn't he? And then he hit a really weak clearance straight to Harry Wilson for the second goals, and that's when he was booed. And I suppose there's a difference, isn't there, between fans showing their disgruntlement at half-time or full-time, but then on a specific player. That is not exactly going to help his confidence next time he's at home, is it?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's I don't agree with booing at all, but I'm never ever going to say to a fan, what they can do or what they can't do. Same as Thomas Frank said exactly the same thing. But when you're talking about the Spurs fan base booing, 5 out of 7 home games in the Premier League, either and or at half time or full time, it does tell you a big story of how our season had gone so far. I feel like the players need to give a lot more. There needs to be that connection again with the fans, and Thomas Frank, he's paid a lot of money to come to Tottenham to do a good job, and he does need to turn this around very, very fast.
Just before you go, you're looking forward to tomorrow night?
I'm just hoping for a win, Chris, because honestly, when you drive 5 hours there and you drive 5 hours back, it can be a very, very long way home.
Oh, you're driving it, are you? Yeah, you never know how that's going to go, do you? All right, look, hope it goes okay one way or another, Chris, and thanks for talking to us. Cheers. Spurs podcast, the Chris Cowlin. Yeah, if you're a Spurs fan, let us know what you're thinking about Thomas Frank. He's a decent manager, isn't he? But I can understand the frustration at the same time. Right, it's 5 Live Drive, and it is 4:30.